sound on, and transition to the talking screen. And hello, everyone. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right. How are you this evening?
Doing all right. I don't have anything fun or exciting to share. I guess it snowed a little bit this morning. So
Yeah,
that
it was a
was,
slippery drive-in
yeah.
to work in spots.
So that was,
So it was a little bit of a slower drive.
yeah. It was a little annoying because I didn't expect it to snow that much. I was expecting it to be like nothing, like a light dusting or lighter dusting than it was. But yeah, outside of that, I don't really have anything else exciting to talk about. I guess I did finish The Last of Us Part 1, and me and my friend finished Hammer Watch 2, so we're about to start two new games for both the single player and cooperative gaming streams. For single player games, I'm going to be playing the Final Fantasy VII Remake, parts 1 and 2. And then for cooperative games, that is going to become Darksiders Genesis, a cooperative game within the Darksiders universe. Chip Sounder says, hey Chip Sounder, how are you doing tonight? Aside from that, mostly just continuing to exist within the world that we live in, unfortunately. Well, I guess, unfortunately, the world that we live in is the world it is. I want to continue to exist. I like continuing to exist. I'm also in therapy. So I was unfortunate phrasing. Product of this being live content and not pre-recorded, but it is what it is. With that,
You didn't like that phrase.
it is what it is.
Maybe that's someone else. Yeah, maybe it's someone else that doesn't like that phrase.
Um, I don't really like it. I should probably work on not using it. Because it is sort of a thought terminating cliche sort of because I don't like it when people say things like it could be worse. Or I don't know, other similar types of expressions. Um because it's sort of a dismissal of the ways that things could be better. So yeah, I don't know if I've necessarily talked a lot about not liking that phrase, but it's not one of the things I talk about a lot. I don't know. Yeah, and I've also tried to be better about like the more specific about the ideas rather than the words being used to share the ideas. I don't know. It's I don't know. I eventually need to start doing streams where I actually like talk about the things inside my brain more, about like prescriptive things. But I don't know. Yeah. With that,
Anywho,
yeah. Anything else you want to talk about before we hop
no,
over to
nothing on my
Sudoku?
end.
Then let's get started with puzzle number 1 for today. Link in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. Alright. Renban Sandwiches by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row, column, and 3x3 box. Clues outside the grid sum the digits between the 1 and 9 in their respective row or column, and digits on a purple Renban line must form a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeat. Alright, so we've got sandwiches and Renbans.
Ooh, row 5 is at 35. So is row 1.
Well, that makes things kind of simple. I'm going to mark those in orange. And so we've got this 21 here, which is going to have to be 6, 7, 8. So they don't
And
have
there's
the
a
ability to
21
use
in
9. Oh, yeah.
column.
Leaves leftovers is 2 through 5. So 30. Well, these two have to be 5 on the outside because that's how we know that these two rows had to be 35. And since we know they're not within the sandwich, they have to
Right.
sum to 5. Do I have another 30 around? I'm not seeing one.
Columns 2 and 8 both have. We know where one end is, but not the other.
Right.
And both of them have 3 in consecutive.
And neither of them is a multiple of 3. So
Well, 4, 5, 6 is 15.
yeah.
But you couldn't use that because then you would need a 1 to make 16.
Yeah. 1 through 5 is 15. Take out the 1, that's 14 and 4 digits. So I could do this. Although to get 16 as a partial, where I have 9 on here, that would be 7 and 8, which is
15.
Yeah. So I think that forces our 1/9s to be over here for these two columns. And the reason for that is we know it can't be on here because that would just leave 15 left over. So it has to be at least past here, but it can't be right after because this would have to be a multiple of 3, which 16 and 17 are not. And then if I were to try and make it, well, I can't go any farther back. I already have 1 and 9 in that row. So those are forced, and it couldn't be on the opposite side because then it would be 16 and 17 in a singular digit. Okay. Well, whatever this is, it's going to be mod 1. 3 mod, excuse me. 1, congruent to 1 mod 3. There we go. That's the correct phrasing. Which is going to be 1, 4, and 7. It can't be a 1 because 1 and 9 are already used up. And then this one is congruent to 2 mod 3, which is 2, 5, and 8. And now, well, 12.
Well, if you consider what your consecutives can be,
Right.
2, 3, 4 is 9, would give you 7.
And
3, 4,
then,
5 is 12, but you can't use a 4 again.
so that's going to
And then it
force a
becomes 4,
7.
5, 6, which is too much. So, yeah.
Yeah. And so we have 6, 8, and 5 left over on the outside. Oh, well,
And
6, 8
box
here.
1 has, yeah.
Oh, and a 5 here.
And so box 1 is left with 2, 3, 4.
Oh, that we already knew that. Okay. So now we look at the 17. Can we do a similar thing? Because
Yeah.
2
Well, 8
was
leaves
15.
2, 3, 4. 5 for 12. was
3, 4, 5. So
right,
that's not
which
going to work.
doesn't work.
Yeah, that's going to have to be a
Well, why
2.
did you take the 8 away?
You said it had to be 2, 3, 4. We've got a 2, 3, 4
Oh,
here.
right, right, right.
So
So
15,
15,
4, 5, and 6.
which leaves column 8 with 3, 7, and 8.
You said column 3?
Column 8?
There we go. 3, 7, 8. 7 is not that. I don't know how I heard column 3. Maybe
It
maybe I
might have
heard the
blended.
3 at the beginning of the list, and I
Column 8
skipped
was
over that
3.
3.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I
Um,
just totally left out the 8 and went straight into
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 7 and 9 and 6 is gone. So 8 can't
8's
connect to
gone.
anything.
Yeah.
So this has to be 3, 4, 5. So 2 there. This has to be 8. You can do a 9 on it and 7 on it, or you can go down to 6. This one has to be a 9. So this one has to be 7
Why couldn't 2 be on the Ren band?
because of the 2, 3, 4 here.
Oh, right, right, right. Because that would make it 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Sorry. Brain's a little slow.
I didn't. I sort of skipped over it too, so that didn't help. This one, 1 and 2, 3 are skipped from here. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 is obviously removed. 7 and 8 is gone from here.
Well, for row 7, when you go into box 9, because it's 4 through 8 is what's left in row 7. And in box 9, there's a 4, 5 in it. So it would be 6, 7, and 8. Doesn't help.
Oh, 2, 3, 4, and the 4, 5. That you pointed at. Did you go all the way through what that meant for this?
Well, it's 4 through 8 for what's left in row 7.
Yeah. But the 2 4s are required here and here, so
Oh,
this
right.
has to have the 4 on it. So 7, 8 gets removed, and this one's the 7 because of the 6, 8. 3, 7.
And that 3, 7 makes that a 2 and resolves the 2, 3 pair in row 7.
Right. Three's gone here. No, these are just 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, the 9 here is going to force a 1 here and a 4. So 5 and 3, 3, 4, 2, 6, I
2 and
think.
6.
That completes the 4.
Well, and column 5 still has a 6 sandwich clue.
Yeah,
It can't be 2 and 4 because if you look above the 4, it's 3 or 5.
yeah.
So it's going to have to be 6 between 1 and 9, which means that the top of the column can't be the 6. It's got to be the 2.
Nine and 6, I think.
So then doesn't that put in column 5 the 6 sandwich clue, put that completely in box 5 with the 6 in the center?
It can still be
Oh,
up
no, it could
here
go
with
there.
1
I
and 9
missed
on
it
the
on the
other
pink
side.
line. I missed it on the Ren Band.
1, 9, and 5, I think. Well, what could this be?
2,
If it's a
7,
1
or
that
8.
pairs with 2, 8, and it can't be a 5 because of this here.
Right.
But that still allows all of the options to work.
Yep.
Well, 15. I don't know. Good. Just for funsies, could those two be my sandwiches? That would mean it would have to be in 3.
Well,
Can't do
if
4, 5, 6. Did you have more?
um if if the one on the right is not an endpoint, is not the bread,
Mm-hmm.
then it would have to be in row 9, column 5, which is not possible. So the right hand does have to be bread. See what I'm saying, or was I very unclear? It sounded unclear to me.
Well, 1,
If
6, or
that
9.
Well, no, if row 9, column 7 is not a 1 or a 9,
Yeah.
then the only other place to put it would be in columns 4 or 5, which isn't enough for 15. So it has to be a 1 or a 9.
Oh, you're saying if this isn't the 1 or 9, the 1 or 9 has to be here.
Right.
Derp.
Okay, I thought I was being like clear as mud there, so. And that 6 resolves the Ren ban.
Sure does. 7. And then I saw. Hopefully my audio's not being too annoying because my AC turned on. Try to get it fixed a little bit. But I saw Tallcat said something about
Oh,
your sandwich in row 4 has to be 3 digits at least, which tells you where the 1 and 9 are. So yeah, 14.
yeah.
Since I can't use a 9, well, I could do 6 and. Well, I can't use 6 and 8. So yeah, 5, 9, and 6, 8 are both removed. So it has to be 3 cells. So it's going to have to be these two. 6 is gone, 2 is gone, and the 1, 9s are removed from these two. And if all 3 of these make 14, this is consecutive, which just means it's odd, which means that this one will be odd. 1, 7, and 9 are removed. So this is 3 or 5, which is going to pair with this 3, 5 here to make 4. But then 3 would leave 11, which would be a 5, 6 pair. And 5 would be 9, which would be 4 and 5.
Which
But I
is
can't
not
do
allowed.
4, 5, and 5 again. So 3 and a 5, 6. 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 6, 5, 8, 6. And then that completes our 14. And now, so we've got 7 inside of our 15. I could put an 8 here and then put the 1, 9 there. I have a feeling that's not it. I have a feeling this is going to go all the way to here, and then these two are going to sum to 8. However, if I was to make them sum to 8, although Talkat is saying 8 is there by Sudoku, that's true. These two 8s rule it out of the other two boxes, and the 8 here rules it out of there, and 8 and 7 can't be the same digit. So then that gives us 15, 1, 9, and then I think all of my 1s and 9s just fall out. I have to have 1 here, and then 9 here, I think. I still need a 9 in this box, which is here.
Yeah, with the 6 in between the 1 and 9 in column 5 for the sandwich clue.
Right. 6, 5. 5, 1, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6, 5. I still need a 2 and a 3. So 3's here, 2's there. This is 2 or 7, but 7 there tells me it's a 2. I don't see a 4, a 7, or an 8. Well, I need to replace this keyboard. It is there so many times where I'll press a button and it just simply won't give me the digit. So like when I said 7 and 8, I was trying to place the 7 and then the 8, but then the 7 didn't click. Anyway, 15 is done. 6 is done. Now we've completed our Sudoku. Alright. Puzzle 2 for today. Cages and modular lines. Link in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. Cages and modular lines by Chip Sounder. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 9 once each in every row column and 3 by 3 box. Digits in a dotted cage without repeat sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. Adjacent digits along a teal line must alternate between low, medium, and high, where low is 1 mod 3, 1, 4, and 7. Medium is 2 mod 3, 2, 5, and 8. And high is 3, 6, and 9. Either 3 mod 3 or 0 mod 3, however you want to go about that one. And then any set of 3 on the line must contain one of each modularity. Well, 45 is interesting. My 8s have to have a 1 in them. 15 and 4. Well, you can have 1, 2, 3, and 9, so that's not that helpful. "13 and 4 is a little better, because that's 1, 2, 3 through 7. Although the 1 gets kicked out. I think I have to have a 3, because 1 through 5 is 15, and if I take the 1 away, that's 14, so 1 is required. Well, 8 and 7 is 15.
And 30.
30. Well, that has to be 6, 7, 8, 9 then. And to make 17, 6 and 7 is 13, so this is 1 through 4.
Well, and 6 and 9 on that column 5, the modular line.
Yeah.
6 and 9 have to be the ends because that's the only one that has 2. You see what I'm saying? Low, medium, and high. You have to have
Right. Because 6 and 9 are the only ones from the 3 mod 3
the same. Yeah.
group. Okay. So we can have, if this was a 9 and
It
paired
would
with
be
an 8,
7
it
and
would
1.
be, yeah. So 9 and 7 and 1. 6 can pair with 8 for 14 to make 3, and 6 and 7 is 13 for 4. Cannot use a 2.
In row 5, the 8 cage,
Yeah,
1 7 is eliminated because they're the same, but 2
modularity
6
group.
and 3 5 are both possible.
Now, 2 6 and 3 5 are both our 2 mod 3 and 3 mod 3 groups. So I cannot repeat for 2 5. I have to go for 3 4, and this has to be the 4. And then get 1 or 7 on the opposite side. 3 pairs of 5. And then 3 and 4 is gone. 3 is gone. I
Well,
don't
the 8
need it
cage at
to.
the top of column 5 is 1 2 5. So the 2 and 5 are out of the.
The 13 is 7. Can't be 3 4. Obviously, 7's not allowed. It is a 7 cage after all. Oh. 8 and 7 is 15, just like it is over here. So we have the same thing going on. 6 and 9 here, 7 and 8 here.
The 13 cage up there in box 2, the 2 ends of the teal line
Yeah.
are from the same. So you can't have from one. No, it's from 2 5 and 8.
Which, if this is a 6, that one has to be a 3. But this could be 4, which would allow either 1 or 7. Hmm. Well, both 7 and 8 have to be in the 45 cage here. We only have 1 from 6 and 9 in here, so the other has to be over here. 6, 7, 8, 9. 4 and 5 is 9, so this can go all the way up to 7. Except it can't be a 7 because of the 7 8 going across. So this could be 1 and 3, just not 1 and 2. This has to be 35. Or no, it doesn't. This has to be 30. I don't know why. I thought it had to be 35. Because I got the math correct over here, where 15 and 30 is 45. But apparently, a taller version of 30 is 35.
Yeah. Going back to the 13 cage, the two
Yeah.
ends of the modular line, the bottom one can't be 7 because if it's 7, the top has to be 4, and that's already 11, which leaves 2 ones.
Oh, right. Six and 3 is 9. I would need 4 more, which would have
Which
to
would
be a
be
1
1
and
and
3.
3, and you can't do that
So this is a 1. And
with
either
4 or
4 or
7.
7. 1 and 7 would be 8. And I would need 5 more, which would be 2 and 3. 1 and 4 is 5, and I would need 8 more.
2 and 6. Either way, that bottom, or 3 and 5, because it is possible.
Yeah.
So the one that's highlighted now is either 2 or 5.
Hold on. 1 and 7 would need to be 2, 3. 1 and 4 leaves 8, which would be a 2 and a 6, a 3 and a 5.
You can't do 7, 1. They both see 1.
7 and 4. This cannot be 6 and 2, or.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because it would.
So those are my only options. Okay, we know these are 1 mod 3. So we have 2 mod 3 and 3 mod 3, or 0 mod 3. 20 is already 2 mod 3. So this has to be 3, 6, or 9 here. $23 in 4. There's a lot of options.
Row 6, the 7 cage, cannot be 1, 6 because of the 6, 9 pair.
Right, and it forces 2 and 5. Oh yeah, this 7, 8 is, wow, true that 7 and 8 are here.
Have to be. Yeah.
So 6, 9, 2, 5, 7, 8, 1, 3, and 4. No, apparently 1, 3, and 4 is all removed from there. So it's right here. Okay, 15 in 4, and I cannot do 1, 3, and 4 all together. Tallcat says 7 in cage 1 is resolved. Cannot be 1, 6, or 2, 5.
Because of the 2, 5 possibility in the corner.
Right.
So it's 4
So
over
2,
3.
5.
The 6, 9 pair takes out 1, 6.
Right. So 1, 7, 8. takes that out. 3 paired with 5 to make 8, so we get 2 and 6 here. Now 20. I can't have 3
or a 4.
Or
or
a
a
6. So 5, 7, 8 gives us a 1 and a 9. 1, 5, 7, 8 makes that a 2. 6 or 9 left over here. Oh, 4 is 1 mod 3, so this is not a 1. It's gone from here.
Well, and since 3 is taken out of the possibility, it's 1, 2, 5.
All right.
With yeah.
So this has to be an 8 on it, along with 3, 6, or 9. So 8 is removed from both of these.
Well, now if you look at 3, 6, 8, 9, which are the only possibilities for that 20 cage, it becomes 3, 8, 9.
Right. So this has to be...
Oh, never mind. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm trying to think of the modularity stuff in this column. We've got 2 mod 3, or excuse me, we have 2 of the 3 mod 3 group, 3, 6, 9, and one of them has to be down here. So none of these can be 3, 6, or 9, but that's already true. What about the 2 mod 3 group, 2, 5, and 8? So I've got an 8 here, a 2 here, so the 5 has to be down here. So that's a 7, that's a 1, an 8 here, a 5 here, 8 and 7 to finish that off. 4, 6, and 2. 4's gone, a 1's gone, a 5's gone. But I need 4, 5,
And 6.
Right. Well, if that's
Which
4,
resolves
5,
the 6, 9. Yeah.
all of that gets resolved. 2, 5, and 6 here. It's not a 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And 3. 9. Not 9s. 9. 3 down here. This is 2, 5, and 6. 2 and 5. So that's 1, 3, 4. 2, 5, and, well, not a 6. 9.
Yeah.
4, 6, and 7, I think. 3. 2 and 3 means 2's not there. 5 and 9 means 5's not here. So 5, 2, 1.
That 10 cage that's between boxes 8 and 9. Yeah, since in box 8, you can't do 3 and 4 for 7. That would require a 3, so it's either 1, 3 or 1, 4.
Right.
So 5 or 6. And the 1 has to be in. We already know that the 1 has to be in there. Never mind.
What's left over here?
5, 6, 7, 8.
These two cannot be 5 and 8, but it could be 6 or 7 with 5 or 8. Let's finish off row 9. 9, 1, 5, 2, 6. Both 7 and 8. I already knew that. Well, this 15 can't have 7 or 8 in it. And it must have 3 or 4. 3's already a requirement based off of what I have. Which means that this cannot be a 3, because it sees the entire thing. Tallcat says it has a 9 by Sudoku. Right, because this 9 and that 9 and this 10 means that where is there left to be a 9 in here? Well, this one, that one, and then this 10 forces a 9 in it. So that means it has to be 1, 2, and 9. Uh, 1, 2, 9, 7, and 8, and not 4. 3, 5, and 6 means 3's gone from those. Um, 9 is still an option. Although 2 and 5 are both 2 mod 3. And 9 and 3 are both 3 mod 3. So this cannot be an 8. Although that's not as helpful as I'd like it to be. 2, 5, and 6 are actually these 3, so 5 and 6 gets ruled out of there.
That means 9 is in the 23 cage, but that's not very helpful because we already knew it had to be in there.
And it has to have a 7 or an 8, so this one gets removed. It cannot have a 2 in it.
Or a 5 or a 6.
Right, or 5 or 6. So, 7, 3, 4, and 9. That's a 4. These aren't 7s. 6 over here. Tallcat says the 10 cage is resolved. It sure is. 6, 4, 2, 5, 9, 5, 2, 3, 2, 9, 6, 2, 6 here means this is not 9 because they're in the same modularity group.
Row 9 now has a 7-8 pair.
For 4. This cannot be 5 and 8. They're both 2 mod 3. So this one cannot be a 7. And 5,
Well,
7, 8.
Row 3 is left with 1, 2, 5, 7.
One, 2, 5, and 8. And 1, 2, and 5. Oh, well, these we know are 30. And 4 and 6 is 10, 19, 22. So I need 8 more for 30. 7, 8, 5, 7, 5, which means it's not a 2 or a 5, because the 2 is in the 2 mod 3 group, same as 5, so this is a 1. Those aren't. That one's the 2, that's the 7, that's the 8. 2 here, 5, a 1, 5, a 2, and a 1. 7, 8s need to be resolved somehow. Oh, silly me. 3 and 6 is 9, plus 8 more for 17.
Uh-oh.
Something's wrong. Uh-oh. What'd I mess up? I did a mess up somewhere. That says 17, that says 10, that says 15, that says 8, that's a 7, that's an 8, that's an 8, that's a 7. That looks like 20. I mess up my 45. No, looks like that one's all good. That's 8. Good. 7. Good. 20. Check. 13.
13.
Check. 8. 7. 20. 45. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 4, and 5 is 10. 5 and 2 is 7. 2 and 6 is 8. 10 and 13 makes 23. 10 and 5 makes 15.
9 and
So,
6 makes 15.
uh,
Box 4 to box 9. Or box 6 to box 9, excuse me.
right. And the 17. Okay. So that is all of the cages checked. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 5, and 8 are our moderate. 1, 7s, and 4s are our low. 3, 6s, and 9s are our high digits. So those two are good. These two are good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are good. Those 3 are good. 6 and 8. Yep, that's good to go. Yep, that's good to go. 2 and 4 are different. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Those are different. 4, 5, and 6. Those are different. 9 and 6 are together. 7 and 8 are separated. Did I miss a line somewhere?
Oh, the modularity lines I see.
Chip sounder! I'm gonna hit the pause button. But I kinda think that maybe the link doesn't have the right solution in it. Because Sudoku worked. Because otherwise it would complain. Because if I tried to put like a 2 here, it would be upset. So it already checks for Sudoku. Digits in a dotted cage without repeats, sum to the total given. We checked those. Yeah, I'm happy with those. And like, well, it'd be difficult to,
Right, because all of the modularity lines are either 2, 3, or 4. The only ones that you have to watch on the repeat are the 4s, and those checked out.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so those are both, and those are both. Yeah, there's no repeats in the cage because the puzzle or the software checks for that. Now, if just for funsies. 1, 2. Okay, I'm gonna put a 2 there. 1 there, and a 7. Oh, well, I mean, that was the actual solution. Let me just clear the whole thing and put an 8 there. That conflicts with that. There. Okay. And now, if we look at that, the sum would say NA if it was broken. So, we'll step all the way back to this one. Then that one says sum is good, sum is good.
But we already checked the sums.
Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like all the sums are good. So yeah, so those rules are right. The Sudoku rules are right. And we just did the alternate between low, middle, and high. So I think the attached solution has an error in it. So while we wait for Chip Sounder to log back in and see if he can check where it's at, yeah, Tallcat says, I just put it in a separate solver and it matches this. So I think the solution is good. Chip Sounder, if I click the check mark down here, it says, uh-oh, darn, that's not the solution. Did you miss some rules? But we just went over all of the checks and stuff, so I think I think the attached solution for cages and modular lines are has like a mistake in it somewhere. Maybe it was something's messed up.
Something is slightly amiss.
Yeah. I would assume it's an easy fix. But while we are on this one, I am going to go ahead and move on to the next puzzle. Singularis Alchemis, Madness Edition 2 by Chip Sounder. Any clue type can only appear once in the set of puzzles that is the Singularis Alchemist puzzle set. Any clue type, Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 6 once each in every row column and 2x3 box. The grid is covered in fog. Placing a correct digit will clear the fog from the surrounding cells of that digit. No bifurcation is necessary. Digits inside a circle clue must be in the 2x2 of the cells touching the quad circle. Cells separated by a black dot are a 1:2 ratio, and cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Digits on a green German whispers line must differ by at least 3. Cells separated by a V sum to 5, and digits on a purple Renban must be a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeating a digit. Digits in a highlighted gray square are even, and adjacent cells along a red line must alternate between odd and even. Digits in a dotted cage cannot repeat and sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. Digits on a thermometer must rise from the bulb end. Digits on an arrowed line sum to the digits in the connected circle. Box borders divide blue lines into segments with the same sum. Digits in a highlighted gray circle are odd, and adjacent digits on an orange line must differ by at least 2. There we go. Lots and lots and lots and lots of rules. Okay, well, first off, we're given this quadruple circle, and I have to have the digits 1, 2, and 3 in here, but I've got a green line. Green line digits have to be separated by at least 3. So I cannot put 1, 2, and 3 on both of these. So we know that these two have to be 1, 2, or 3. If this one's consecutive, it's 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, if this is a 4, difference of at least 3 would place a 1 here, but 4 is consecutive with 3. So this cannot be a 4, and now we get our 1, 2, 3. Now we have 4, 5, and 6 here. You can never have a 5 on the 2 to 1 ratio dot, because 5 can't be halved, it's odd. At least not halved to a whole number. And if we double it, we get 10, which doesn't work on a 9x9 Sudoku, but we're on a 6x6 Sudoku, which is even more ridiculous. So 1's not allowed, and that looks like a V to me, so that should be a 2 or 3 and a 1 here. And 1's
1 is
consecutive
with
with
2.
2
2
doubles
doubles
to
to 4.
4. And then those are all in the same group. We've got 4, 5, and 6 here. What is my red line again? Red line, red line. Here we go. Adjacent cells along a red line must alternate between odd and even. Oh, this one's a 6, because squares have 4 sides.
Well, in the top of that, the 7 cage. That's a thermo. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I was thinking gray circle must be odd, but no, it's a thermo.
Yeah. Do we have circles in this puzzle? Digits highlighted in a gray circle are odd, yes. Surprised that those two rules aren't next to each other, but they might have been just simply added at different times. Well, this can go up to 5, so 2, 3, 5, but not a 2. Which means if this is a 5, that's a 3. And if this is a 3, that's a 2. But 3 is required in one of those two. Three and 4 are both removed. Alternate odd and even. So whatever this is, if this was a 3, this would be a 4, and that would be 4 or 6. If this was a 2, you'd have to have 5 in both of them. But none of that's going to create a contradiction. Well, we've got 3, 5, and 1. If this was a 2, that would be a 5. But 2 and 5 make 7. So I couldn't do 2, 5. So this isn't a 2. That's not a 5. This isn't a 5. It has to be a 4. 2, 4, 5, 6. Alright, well, we're missing something. Okay, well, where's the 1 in this box? Well, it can't be 1, 2, 3. So it has to be minimum 2, 3, 4. So 1's immediately removed from the Renman. This is a thermo, so you can't have 1 anywhere other than the bulb of the thermo. And then this one takes it out of there. So that's a 1. That's going to give me visibility of all of this. Now I can't have the 6 here. This is 3, 4, 5, or 6. Well, 3 and 4 is removed because I only have 2, 5, and 6 left over in the column.
And
1
2's
and 2
removed
make
from the arrow
3.
point, yeah.
Yeah. Chip Sounder confirms the solution of the previous puzzle, so that's good. Just for some reason, the in the background it wasn't working.
What's the blue line?
Equals sum
Equals
line,
sum
if I'm
lines.
correct.
That's what they
Box
usually are,
borders
but
divide blue lines into
yeah.
segments with the same sum. Now there's no way it leaves this box.
Right. And 4 has to be, well, no, unless it's, no, because they can't be the same thing. And 4 has to be in column 6, row 1 or 2.
Right. Hold
So,
on. 1, 2, 3,
so
4,
that
5,
would make
6.
that a 6.
1, 4, 5, and we know 3's gone. So yeah, and so this can't be 2. That's a 6. That's not. And this is going to have to be 2, 4. Because of
Right.
the 4's here. That's going to give
And
me
the
a
2.
3, a 5, a 2, a 1, a 4, a 5, 6 here, 4, 5, 4, 6, 6 and 3, 2 and 5. 3's are gone, 6's are gone, 4 and 2.
Now there's the the gray circle for the odd, right?
So 1 or 3 leaves
Which
4,
leaves 4.
5 and 4. Orange lines differ by at least 2. So that's going to be a 1. 3, 1, 3, 6, 2 and 1. So I have 5 and 6 and 3 and 2. There we go. Alright. And then, let's see, Chip Sounder said they sent the screenshot of the solutions. I'm going to go take a look down maybe for this puzzle here. For some reason, Facebook is being slow today. Well, while Facebook is being slow, we will just go to puzzle 4. Singularis Alchemist Madness Edition number 3 by Chip Sounder. Normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 6 once each in every row, column, and 2x3 box. The grid is covered in fog. Is it? Chip, is this one supposed to be covered in fog? Because I'm seeing a distinct lack of
Fog.
yeah. Um, I kind of don't want to. Okay, so that rule is skipped. Okay, normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Place the digits 1 through 6 once each in every row, column, 2x3 box. Cells separated by a black dot are 1 to 2 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Digits on a purple Ren band must be a set of consecutive digits in any order without repeating a digit. Digits on a green German whisper line must differ by at least 3. Digits on a thermometer must rise from the bulb end, and digits in a dotted cage cannot repeat and sum to the total given in the top left corner of the cage. Digits on an arrowed line sum to the digits in a connected circle. Box borders divide blue lines into segments with the same sum, and adjacent cells along a red line must alternate between odd and even. Well, I see the blue line and the red line. Um,
Black Kropke, white Kropke.
okay. Um, well, those aren't that restrictive. I don't think. Do, 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 do. These differ by 3, and these 3 are consecutive group. So I definitely cannot have 1, 2, and 3. I have to have at least one of those over here. So 1 gets ruled out. 6 also gets ruled out for the same reason. So this is either 2, 3, 4, or 3, 4, 5. So I cannot have 3 or 4 up here. Ah, no. Well, I cannot have a 2 on here. In the middle. And I can't have 5 in the middle either. And the reason for that is if I have a 2 in the middle, then the high digits have to be 5 and 6. But if I have 2 and 5, well, that breaks this.
Right.
And the same is true for 5. 5 and 4 is 1 and 2. So I have to have 1 or 6 in the middle, and then it will be a 5-6 pair or a 1-2 pair, depending. This is 21 in the whole column.
Well, and since those two sum to the same thing, they're even, so that's odd.
Right. 1, 3, or 5. Well, clearly it's not 1. So 3 or 5. And if this was a 3, that would be 18 left, which means they would both be 9, which is
Yeah.
definitely possible. And a 5 would be
16 left.
which I would need to make 8, which would make 1 required here. So this is 1, 2, or 1, 4. But if I have, 16 is just a pair of 8s, which won't have 4 on them. And I can't do 1, 7, so clearly 1. So yeah, alright. Do I have enough information to make this work? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 is definitely removed, because 5 is halved to 2.5, which I can't do in Sudoku puzzles, and doubles to 10, which doesn't work in a 9x9, but this is a 6x6, so it definitely isn't going to work. But then I can't put a 1, because 1 is consecutive with 2, and doubles to 2, and halves to a half, so that's all of its options get removed, because it's on both sides of the, it has a cropy on both sides. But I can make 2 work. Pretty sure I can make 3 work.
Yeah.
Hmm. 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, this cannot be a 3, and this cannot be a 2, because if I had 1 and 2 on the thermo, well, then that would be a 6 and a 5, 6. Well, a 6 and a 5, which do not differ by at least 3. Now, the same is going to be true of 4 and 5, which would force 5, 6, which is also not going to work because 1 and 2 don't differ by at least 3. Hmm.
Now the 7 cage cannot be 3, 4.
Right. Either 2 odds or 2 evens. Is is the setter how you generated the link chip? So basically, scroll.
Between the two crop keys
Mhm.
cannot be 4 because on the other side would be 2, and then you would have 5 cells that have 2 through 5 in the box.
Oh, right. Um, yeah, now breakdown. Okay, 4. So if this is a 2, we get 1 and 3 because it can't be 2 and
It
4.
can't be 2, 4.
3 and 6 are fine. And we can have 2, 4, or 5.
Okay, so in box 6, if the 1 is with the crop key, then it's a 6 in the 7 cell, or in the 7 cage.
Right.
Otherwise, the 1 is in the 7 cage, so it's a 1, 6. So 7 cage is a 1, 6 pair.
I take 6 out of here. 3, 4, and 5, placing a 2. Which, if that's a 1, then that would be 2.
So now in box 6, the 4 has to be on the Ren band.
Do these two have to be the same?
No, I don't think so. If it's a 5 in the circle,
Because I have to
that's
have
2, 3,
3.
4.
I have to have 3 on here. So if this is a 3, that is. But if this is a
Right.
5, can that be a 3?
2 and
And then
4.
2, 4.
But then there's no
Ah,
5 in the.
so those two have to be the same.
Yeah.
Oh, if this is a 1, doubling to 2, and 2 is consecutive to 3, well, what does that leave up here?
Oh, right.
3 6. Give me 1 6. And now this one has to be my 3 5. But orange, which I could have noticed this before, has to be 5 because of the 3 6 barrier.
Right.
4 1 4 3, a 6 and a 2. Now I don't need orange anymore. 3 here. Nope, not a 3. That's a 2. No. 1.
Something's wrong because the 3 6 is what gave you the 5.
5 4 1 6 2 1 4 3.
3, and that breaks it. All right, back it up. A little farther.
Let's just take that out. If I just say this is 5 4 3.
Oh, it's because
Now this has to be 2, 3, and 4. I can't make it a 5 because I have to have a 2 on here.
so they are not the same.
I don't know how. Maybe I didn't check that this was a 5 and that was a 3. I just started with this one was a 5. And so if that was a 5, that had to be a 5.
Maybe.
I don't know. Goofy move by me.
Well, anyway, the 5 arrow clue is resolved now.
Right, 4. And we get 2, 6, and 3, 5. Of course, it's a 3. No. I have 2 even digits, so 4 and 1, 5. 5 and 1. And I need to make 8, so. Wait. Yes, 8. So 3 and 2 and 6. 5, 1, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, 2, 5, so 5, 2, and 3, and first try. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure why the link for this one didn't work, because the image that you showed is very definitely the same one that I have. Just going back and forth between those, but I'm not seeing any differences. And then yeah, all right. With that, we are going to move on to Simon's Sigil by Riff Clown. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Did I forget to link to Singularis Optimus puzzles? I sure did. If you'd like to give those 2 puzzles a go, the links are in the chat. I definitely put them in there before solving the puzzles. First try. Professional streamer. Eventually, maybe sometime. And a link. Alright, this one is a link for this puzzle in the chat if you'd like to give it a go. Simon's Sigil by Riff Clown. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Thermo, digits on gray thermometers must increase from the bulb to the tip. Modular lines, any set of 3 sequential cells along a line must contain a digit that is 1 mod 3, 1, 4, 7, a digit that is 2 mod 3, 2, 5, and 8, and a digit that is 0 mod 3 or 3 mod 3, 3, 6, and 9. Vertical columns on a keypad are a good reference. All lines in this puzzle conform to both rule sets. In the case where thermos share a bulb, the entire line is considered for the modular logic. What? Oh, okay. So like this. Huh. One, two, three, four, five, six. Same thing is true over here. Okay, well, the 6-cell thermos are interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 79, 6 and 8, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4. Okay, now fix the things here. This 5 doesn't do anything. No, it does. It moves a 4. So this would go 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that one's good. 1, 2. Take 4s out of all of those. 1, 2, 3, 5. Then 6, 7. And then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So that is all squared away. And now I want to look at these two. Well, they have to be from either the 2 mod 3 group or the 0 mod 3 group, because 2 and 5 are 2 mod 3, and 3 and 6 are 0 mod 3. So these two have to both be
1, 4, 7.
Yeah. And this is going to be my low group, my middle group, my high group. So then this one has to be 3 or 6. This one and that one. So 3 is gone. Okay. Now 7, 6, 5. If I can press the right buttons. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay. These 3 must have the other digit from 3, 6, and 9. So this is a 7, and it becomes blue. 1, 2, 3.
And that's a 4.
5, 6, red, yellow, red, yellow. 2, 3. This also has to have a 1. So
It's the last of the blue.
1, 4, 7, 3, 6, and
It's
9.
on that line.
Then we have our 8 here, our 2 here, and 1, 3, 6, and 5. So that one's not 5. This one isn't 5 or 6, and this isn't 3. No, well, neither of those is a 5, because this one is. 5 is in my yellow group, 2 is in my yellow group, 8 is
So it's
yellow
8.
group. So this one gets to be yellow, 2 or 5. Well, clearly it's not 2 for multiple reasons. So that's a 5. This can't be a 6 then. 1 3 pair gives us a 6 here, and then clearly this is 1 followed by a 3. Red and blue. And so this one is red. It's a 9. Can't be a 3, and then C's a 6. Okay. Well, if neither of these two is red, then this one has to be red.
And it cannot be 9.
Right, because of the thermal logic. And then either, well, okay, if this was blue, it would be a 1. So clearly that one's not blue. Those two are yellow. 2, 8, and a 4 for blue. And give me a 5 down here. Okay. One, 7, and 9. 7, 1, 9. 1 and 7 has to be blue. Okay, so we have 1, 7, and 8 left over. Clearly, this one isn't the one. 7, 9, and 3, I think. Or that one's clearly not 9, even if it wanted to be. Or even if that 9 wasn't there. Eight, 3, 4, 7, and 5. And clearly this isn't a 9, and that isn't a 9, and it can't be a 6. And the one above it isn't a 1. Okay. Well, if this is a 1, that can't be a 7. So if this is a 1, that's a 3. And that would be a 2. Which means 2 has to be one of these two, so it's not this one. If this is a 2, that's forced to be a 6, and then this would be forced to be a 7 and then 8, which is fine. But if that's a 1, that's a 2, that's a 3, and then a 7. So 7's forced, because a 2 makes a 6, makes a 7, or 1 places a 7.
And now, never mind.
If this is a 1, we get 2, 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8. 1, 6. Well, this is red group. That one's red group. Hmm. 1, 3, or 8. So I've got 4, 7, 2, 5, and 6, and 9. And 7 and 9. So I have all of yellow. So 1 or 7, and then C's 3 and 6. One, 7, 9, and 6. 7's gone, so this is a 7. 2, 5, and 9. 3. 3 makes a lot more sense than 9 does in that situation.
Okay, well, where's the 9 go in row 6? It can't go on the, oh, it can go on the thermo tip. What am I thinking? I've got it backwards.
8, so I need 4 and 3.
The thermo in box 9, the tip can't be an 8 because 8 goes with 2 and 5, and that would have to be on the bulb.
Right.
And it sees it in the column, yeah.
This is probably a 3. 6. Oh, it sees a
It would
6,
be
so
6,
yeah,
7, 8,
force to be
so
a
yeah.
3.
Well, and the thermo from box 1 can't end in a 1.
Right. So that's
Oh,
red. That's red. Yellow.
can't be 6 there.
Right. And then 4 and 7 is blue, so then this is a yellow 8.
And 8 goes to 9.
1, 7, and 9. This isn't 9. It's clearly not a 1, so that's a 7, which is blue. So we've got 3, 6, and then 2, 5, 8. Well, no 8. Neither could be a 2, so I'm forced to have a 5 and a 3. Red and yellow, and 4 and 3. Red and blue. 2 and 5 are
Box
both
1,
yellow.
it's fixed.
6, 1, 6, so red and blue. 4
6 is going
and
to go to 7 in the thermo.
right. 9, 1. All of my superscripts are removed, so 2, 3, 9, 6, 7, 8, 1. And 1s, 4s, and 7s are all blue. 2s, 5s, and 8s are yellow. 3s, 6s, 9s all red. 2, 3, and 9. So we get a 9, 2, and a 3. Red and yellow. 7, 5, and 7 are removed. Can't be 6, so that's a 4, which is blue. 5 or 8, it's 8, which is yellow.
So the bulb is 1, 2, or 3.
2. 2 here.
Ah, 2 can be placed in box 9, but yeah.
Well, 6 has to go here, because it can't go here because of this one, and it can't go on here because of the modular rules. 9 and 1, and 8 and 1. This has to be a yellow digit, so it's 5 or 8. 5, 8, or 7. Well, apparently that's 5, that's 8, that's 7. That's where the 7 is on the keyboard. Blue and yellow. 2, 5. Still need a 4, which is blue. Need a 1, which is blue, and a yellow 2. I need a 4, which is blue. I need 6 and 9, which are going to be these two. 9 and 6, and a yellow 8. I still need a 6, which will be here. A 1, which will be here. A 7, here. And then a yellow 5. Nice. Alright, one more puzzle. Chip Sounder says I've sent a fixed link. Awesome. Here. Nice. So I'll get that saved into the notes. That now before I forget. Pages and modular lines. Alright. And for our final puzzle for today, we have SVS number 454, Little Thermometers, by Richard. Apply classic Sudoku rules. Clues outside the grid indicate the presence of a thermometer that is fully placed in the direction of the arrow, where all the digits on the thermometer add to the number of the clue, and the bulb is always the closest to the clue. Digits on a thermometer are all different and strictly increasing from the bulb to the tip. Thermometers are minimal 3 cells long, and they include all possible digits, i.e. the first digit behind the thermometer may not be larger than the last digit on the thermometer, and the last digit before a thermometer may not be smaller than the digit in bulb. Thermometers may overlap other thermometers. What? Is my reading comprehension being eaten by my reading out loud ability? Okay. Digits on a thermometer are all different and strictly increasing from the bulb to the tip. Okay, that makes sense. Thermometers are minimal, 3 cells long, and they include all possible digits. I'm not sure I understand that. i.e., the first digit behind the thermometer may not be larger than the last digit on the thermometer, and the last digit before thermometer may not be smaller than the digit in the bulb. Mom, can you help me out? What am I? How am I missing something?
I think I'm as confused as you.
Okay. Well, let's
Because
get
if
started and
if
see if
it
we can fix
if
it.
the thermos go like little killers, then there wouldn't be anything before it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clues outside the grid indicate the presence of the thermometer that is fully placed in the direction of the arrow, where all the digits on the thermometer add to the number of the clue, and the bulb is always closest to the clue. digits on the thermometer are all different and strictly increasing from the low to the tip. Let's ignore everything else and see if we need any of it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
Wow.
that's a problem.
Okay.
Okay. So the thermo's going to add to 7,
Yeah. And they said
and
it
it's going to
had
be
to
the first
be.
3.
So this has to be 1, 2, 4.
Right. So then the minimum. Okay, so then if you look at the 20 little killer that goes the opposite direction,
Yeah. So it says because it doesn't have to take up everything.
right? But it has
Okay.
to start in the first cell from the nearest to the arrow.
Yeah. This 13 we know for sure is these 3.
And the last digit after, or the first digit,
Thermometers are minimal 3 cells long and they include all possible digits.
yeah, it could be from 1 through 9. The first digit behind the thermometer may not be larger than the last digit on the thermometer. The last digit before a thermometer. Okay, so
I'm just going
following
to
up
listen
the
to
1,
Mark
2,
explain
4,
this.
is that going to have to be a 3?
That's
Because the
kind of
first
what I'm
digit
thinking.
behind the thermometer may not be larger than the last digit on the thermometer. So I think that the 20 little killer is going to have to start with a 3.
Would it be uh, infringement if I just grabbed this and said I want this to
I think you would have
play?
to look at it separately and not show it on.
Well, I'm just going to take the audio, just not do the audio. I'll send the audio across to you and not to the stream. And you'll rules the puzzle.
But yeah, first digit behind the thermometer. Last digit. Yeah, I don't have there could be a last digit before a thermometer.
Okay. According to what Marx said, I had actually clicked the wrong button in Postmeter, which is why you didn't get
Right. Okay.
the last
Visual.
bit of that. But Mark was saying that the thermometer could be like this. And to make it simpler, I'm just going to do 4, 5, 6, 7. I know that doesn't add
Oh,
20.
so it doesn't have to start at the
Right.
arrow.
It's just the bulb is
Okay.
close to this. Now, I
Okay.
can't make this digit smaller than 4 because it would be
Okay.
on the thermo.
Gotcha.
So this would have to be at least, given what I've put here, an 8. And then this couldn't be 9, it would be on the thermo. It has to be smaller than 7, so it could be a 3. That is what the rules are saying. So then, my 7 doesn't have to be here, it could be these. So, this is either 1 or 2, and this is either 2 or 4. And now this is either a 3 or a 4, because it would have to be smaller than the 4. But if I make this 1, 2, 4, then this can be whatever.
Right. Okay. Well, 5 or larger
Yeah.
because it has to be. Okay. Yeah, that was confusing.
Yeah, I definitely didn't understand that one, just on the rules
Yeah,
alone.
I think you and I were both reading it as the bulb has to start next to the arrow tip, which is why it was confusing.
Yeah.
Now that 25 little killer is going to have to be all 4 of those cells. Because you can't do 25 and fewer than, and there's no repeats, though,
Yeah.
because it's, yeah.
Okay. Well, this 34 doesn't have to start here.
Right.
Okay. Well, 987 is 24, right? Yeah. So that would be a 1. And then 7, 8, 9. Well, there's no way I make this a 6, though. If I made this a 5, then that would be 30. No, that would be
No, because
29. No,
if it's a 5, you need 20 more, and you
26.
cannot.
Because 6, 7, 8 is 21.
Right.
So then if I played, well, clearly this isn't a 4 or a 5. Um, because there's 4 digits. 1 through 5 is only 15.
The top can't be a 6 because 3, 4, 5, 6 is only 18, which is, if that's a 6, that's a mix. Could be.
Yeah.
And 9 and 13 is only 22, so that can't be a 7 because 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, 6.
is 15 plus
And
7.
7 is not enough. 22. And then I already proved this can't be a 5. But if I do an 8, 8 and 7 is 15, 6 is 21, and a 4 is 25.
Oh, that's
That's what?
oh, I happened to look at my phone. It's like, oh, look, chip sounder. My phone is taking hours to charge. That's not good.
Hmm.
Nearly 3 hours, only gone up by 3%.
That's weird.
5%, excuse me. Can't tell the difference between a 3 and a 5, apparently.
It is fuzzy brain time. 21 in 3. Um,
Well, the 34 little killer there at the bottom is now looking interesting
yeah, it has to be
because,
minimum 3. But
well,
there's no way to make
but
24 in 3.
34,
Yeah. So I
yeah,
need 5.
has
I
to be
need
5.
all of these.
And it can't use both 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And if it has 8, then 9 has to be on the outside, and you can't have smaller than the largest prior to, oh no, just not the first.
That would be 35. So I have to take 1 down.
Yes, but you can't do, oh yeah, you could do, never mind. It can be on there.
Right. But I think this is forced.
It's not
4,
on the
6,
thermo.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
4, 6. Oh,
So
and
now the
then that
7
forces 1
killer.
through 4. 7's done. And
So we can
34
get
is
rid of the
done.
blue for the 7.
Right.
Well, now the 21 killer little killer is minimum 5 on the first for the bulb because it sees a 4. It can't be 4, 8, 9.
Oh, right. They're and 7, 8, 9 is 24. So this has to be 5 or 6. If this was 8 and 9, that would require a 4. So this isn't an 8.
Yeah.
So if this was a 6, 6 and 5 is 11, then I would need 10. This is forced to be a 7. And now these have to sum to 14, which is 5 and 9 or 6
Right.
and 8. I'll leave it in purple.
Yeah.
Okay. This is clearly not a 3. Because then that would just be 6. A 5. 3, 4, 5 is 12. I would need 13 more, so a 5 isn't going to work. 4, 5, 6 is 15. I would need 10 more, so a 6 isn't going to work. This is minimum 15, which means this would have to be maximum 10, which means this cannot be 7, 8. which forces this to be a 9 then, right?
I think so.
Because if this is a 7, then it has to be a 9, and if this is an 8, then it's forced to be a 9 anyway, so that 9. That
Well, it could be
leaves...
7. Yeah. Okay.
That forces 16 here. So an 8 paired with 8, or a 7 paired with 9, which the only way to get 9 would be 4 and 5. Whereas an 8 would have to be
3 and
3, 5.
5.
So this is a 5 anyway, and 3, 4. That's odd. 17. But I can't use a 5. It's probably not that difficult to do. $15 in minimum 3. Well, clearly, I'm not going to end on 3 or 4 for 20. $16 could theoretically be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Except it can't be because of the 2. So 16's not taking everything. $13 and 3 is 16. Need 29 in the remaining cells.
Which is 5, 7, 8, 9. Which tells us that's 3, 4, 6.
5, and 9. So that means our 13 and 21 are done. 9 pair of 5s. 7 and 9. So we're a 5, 8 pair. Okay. Well, the 16 has to include this cell. Seven, 17. And 3. So it would be 179. 2, 6, 9, or 2, 7, 8. 3, 5, 9. 3, 6, 8. Although I can't use a 5. 4, 5, 8, 4, 6, 7. Can't use a 5. And 5, 6, 7 is 18. So these 5 options are the only things that I have for the 17. Can't do 2, 7, 8. I can't end on a 9. So my middle digit has to be 6. And I have 3 or 4, 7 or 8. And this has to be 3 or 4 because of that 3, 4 there. Or no, it can be there too. Never mind. So 5, 6, 7, 8. And these two can't be 3, 4. They also can't be 9. So that takes out 1 and 2. This isn't a 9. So now 3, 4 pair. That one's 9. Five, 6, 7, 8. Well, these two can't be 7 or 5, so they're a 6, 8 pair. 8 and 6 because of the 6 over here. 6 and 8 leaves 5 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 6, 9, 7, and 5 are all gone. This one isn't a 4. This one isn't a 4. These two can't be 1 or 3, so these two can't be 2s. This one is definitely within the 16.
It can't be a 2.
Why not?
Well, if it was 2, and let's say there's not a 1 before it. If it's 2, then you need 14. You can't do 7, 7,
Right.
and 5 and 9 is 14. So 2 wouldn't work there. And if it's a 1 before it, you need 13. 6, 7 would work.
But there's a 6 here.
No, it wouldn't. And for
So
13 with the 5, that would have to be. So
that
that has to
forces
be
a
a
4.
4.
However, it works within the 16. I mean, we could do the same analysis that we just did. If it's the first digit, then I need 12, which would be a 5 and then a 7. But there's a 5 and a 7 here. So it's not the first digit.
That cannot be a 2. It sees a 2.
Yeah. Because I can immediately say this has to be 1 or 3.
Right.
So 6, 7, 1, 3, 2, 4, and 5, 8, or 9 here. And what do I have here? 1,
So
3,
that
and
4 is definitely in the 20. Oh, no, unless it's the 3 after it.
yeah, technically it would just be these 3. Let me take this orange out for a moment.
Well, no, because if it's 4, 5, if the 4 is not in it,
Yeah, if the 4 isn't in it, this can't be in it either. Or
right.
wait, no. I don't know.
Well,
The
right.
rule is
No, if
kind
the
of
4 is
confusing,
not,
but we'll 3, 4, and then 9. This one's just
but
6.
if
We know this 3, 4 isn't in it, so we know this one has to be in the 20.
right.
Because there's no way it ends on 3 or 4. So because this one has to be in it, if this was a 9, it could start on a 5. Although 5, 7, 8 would work. Except for the 7, 8 here. But I can make that an 8 instead of a 5. Yeah. Anyway. For the 16, let's say it went all the way down. Well, wait, hold on. I can just fill in this column.
Well,
7,
if
2,
I was
5,
gonna say if we
6.
just go from the 4, if it's if it's a 1 before it,
Yeah.
that's 5. Then you need 11. Well, which would be 5, 6, and you can't do that. It'll be 1, 4, and then 11, and you can't get 11 for a thermo because it would
Right.
be 5, 6, and you can't do that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna have to be the 2 before. So that's gonna have to be a 3.
Which is 7, and then I need 9. But again,
But if the
yeah.
3, then it has to take up the 1 or the 2 prior. So
Right.
that's now 8 or 9. So 8 or 7 after it, and it's gonna have to be 8. And then it's gonna be a 1 before the 3 in yellow.
16. Perfect. Yeah, and 5 and 7 is definitely less than 8, so that one's good.
Okay, in the
Now,
4, the 20 cage,
yeah. So we know we can have up to these 5.
oh, well, column 3 is left with 2, 3, and 6.
Oh,
And so that's gonna have to be a 6 because you can't have a 2 or 3.
is it possible to make 20 in these 3? This is
Well, it'd
saying
be
it's
4,
possible.
7,
4, 5,
4 and
and
16, 7 and 9. It would be 4, 7, 9,
um. Yeah, but it has to be
and
in
you can't do
order.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
It
4
would have
and
to be 4,
5.
7, 9. It's gonna have to go to it's gonna have to go to at least 4 if it
Yeah.
uses, yeah, because it has to use the 4.
Um.
And
Well, if it
if it's 4, if it goes from 4 to 9, if it's 5 cells, it won't work because 4 and 9 is 13 and you need 7 more.
well, can we use this 4 then? It would have to go 4, 5, 6, and then
But beforehand, it has to be, you can't have smaller than the
yeah.
bulb,
So
and everything's after that is larger. So it has
yeah.
to have the 4.
Well, it can't because if I do 4, 5, 6, then this one isn't allowed. And we just showed that this one doesn't work because 4, it would have to go 4,
Right.
5, because it can't go
Oh,
4, 8, because then this one would be broken. It definitely can't go 4, 9. So I think
okay.
this one's
So it's,
removed. And if
yeah.
this one's removed, this one has to also be removed, and this has to be the start of the thermo. And
Okay.
6, just like you said, 5 before the 6, and then a 9 here, and then that gives me 20.
Yeah. Okay.
And then 8 or 9 is definitely greater than 5, and 4 is definitely smaller than 9. So that one, it's done. I'm going to go ahead and actually replace these ones just for funsies. This was yellow. Anyway, 8 and 5, 7 and 6. Those are done. Those are done. So now it's just the 15 and the 34. That yellow again. Okay, what else is missing? Well,
and the
a lot of
15 cannot go 1 through 5.
yeah,
Otherwise, it would steal 1.
and a 5. Trying to see how much Sudoku I can do. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 4 is gone. 3 and 5 is gone. 1 and 4 from the left. 6 is gone from here, and 2 and 6 is gone from here. I mean, I guess I could just simply fill in the orange digits. 3, 5, 9, and 6, 2 and 8, and as well as 7. And this one's required. 6, 7, 4, 9, 4, 6, and 9, as well as 8, 1. This one we know is required.
Well, it can't be 1 because it would require 14 after it.
Yeah, and that's most 11. So that's a 4.
And if it starts with 4, then it's 5, 6 after it, which is doable.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
1.
Because if it's 5, 6, then the 9th cell in that box is a 2.
Where
And
do
then
I
you've got
place 4 in here?
right.
Because this one we just showed as a 4, so it's ruled out of here. This 4 rules it out of here, and this 4 rules it out of the bottom, and 4 and 9 are different numbers. So that's a 4. So it's clearly not part of this thermo, which means this one has to be.
And 5,
5,
8 come out. Yeah.
And it can't end on a 4, because that
And
would
we
be
need
at most 9.
11.
So this one. And 3 and 6 is 9, so I need one more before this. 2, 3, 6, and that's 15.
Yeah.
2 here. 3, 2, 1, 2. And that's our 15 done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Everything should be done there. 2, 4, 9, 3, 5, 7. These two aren't 6 because this one is. 9, 4, 1, 8, 6. These aren't 2, so this one is. This is a 5, that's a 3, this is a 7. These aren't 3s. For consistency, let's do this.
3 and 9. 9 over
9.
3.
And this one is a
5.
5 and a 1 or 8.
1 or 8.
And then 1, 8 or 7.
7.
This one's not 1. Okay, these 3. 5, 8, 9.
5, 8, 9. Yeah.
8, 1, 7, 8, 9, 5, and 9. 1, 8, 9, 8, 9. I still need a 1. I still need a 2.
2.
So 1, 2, 1 and 5, 7 and 5. I need a 3. I need a 4.
4.
I need a 6. And a 7. And we're done. Alright. And
Went a little over.
To check Logic Masters Germany for the last 2. So let's do that real quick. Sign sigil. This one. Yeah, that the logic or the rules were a little difficult to figure out.
Yeah.
But once we got that figured out, I'm not seeing this one on Logic Masters Germany. So, well, when was that posted to? 1 month ago. Well, that
Looks
means it
like the
could have been
most recent was
anything.
November.
So it could have been any of these. Alright. This one then. That one. Could not find that one. Now, SDS. Here we go. Sudoku variant series. Row 5. Yeah, it's a
Yep. Don't understand the rules.
I think I have to take a point off for quality of the puzzle because of the confusing rules. But it was still once that was understood. I think I have to go. I mean, once I understood the rules, um, which I
Yeah.
think if there had just simply been an example in the rules that said, if the numbers were 3, 4, 5, then the 3 could not be preceded by 1 or 2, and the 5 could not be immediately followed by 6, 7, or 8, or 9. Then that would have made more sense.
Yeah.
However, leaving that part aside, it wasn't that difficult once I understood what I was supposed to be doing. It took a little bit of time to figure out where to be looking, but I don't know if the time it takes to figure out where I'm supposed to look, when there's not that many options, is as relevant there. And then also it's the end of stream, so brain's starting to get a little fuzzy and all that. So I think with that, we have completed our goal for today. Got through 6 puzzles. Which one of these I need to get redone. Although I guess I should probably do this from 2 different screens. But with that, I don't have anything else. Yeah. So I think that's where we go to this. Click on screen end screen. And Anyone who watches this back, thank you so much. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that fancy YouTube engagement stuff. If you'd like to see additional content on this channel, Sudoku is on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Single player games, next one is going to be Final Fantasy VII Remake, will be on Wednesdays, depending on when I get home from work. And usually around 4:30, 5 o'clock. So sometime in that time window. And then on Saturdays at 7:30 a.m. is multiplayer games, and we are going to be playing Darksiders Genesis next time. So, with that, that is finally all of the things that I have to say, and we will see you next time.